Sharon Zimmerman.
Swear testimony you're about to give us for truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
We do. Sharon Zimmerman, 808 Clark Circle, Flemington. I've been the financial manager for Family Promise of Hunterdon for the past 12 years, but my connection to this community runs deeper. I moved to Flemington 25 years ago. My 3 children have gone through the Flemington-Raritan school system. I walk in town daily and I shop in town. My longtime partner, Jeff Doshna, lives in the borough and is very involved in this community also. Our clients are your neighbors too. They work in town at ShopRite, Chick-fil-A, and other local businesses. Their children go to school with your children. Some clients are college graduates and all have had an event in their lives that have caused them to fall behind on their rent and eventually experience homelessness, and they need help. An event that could happen to any of us: a stay-at-home mom who's going through a divorce, a job loss due to downsizing, a loss of income due to COVID, a fire, a flood, and the list goes on and on. And lucky for us, Family Promise is a place that they can turn to. Our program offers case management, mental health professionals, temporary rental assistance, rental arrears paid to local landlords. Our program also has rules that our clients need to follow, and they can be exited from this program if they don't follow the rules. But there are people like you and me, and they live in this community. They just fell on hard times, and they need help. We are an organization of neighbors helping neighbors. Section 2627 of the Flemington Borough Zoning Ordinance allows for community shelters in all districts in town. The ordinance lists residences for developmentally disabled, community shelter for domestic violence, and community residence for persons with head injuries are allowed for in any single-family house in this borough. The ordinance limits capacity to no more than 15 people, not including staff, and it says that the facility must be licensed and that the residential character of the building shall remain unchanged. This ordinance was adopted a decade ago. Except for the words, "those experiencing homelessness," this is exactly what Family Promise is proposing to do. It fits the criteria for what Flemington Borough already allows for and has for almost a decade. What I've heard throughout this meeting is a fundamental misunderstanding of what transitional housing means. When people praise the mission of Family Promise, but say it doesn't belong on New York Avenue, we know what that means. When concerns about property values and loitering are spoken about as if those are value-neutral terms, we know what that means. And frankly, I'm embarrassed to be part of this community when I hear some of the comments made at this meeting. I hope that the planning board can rise above the subtle and not so subtle racism and classism and look at the facts. The borough's current ordinance and the evidence presented about how Family Promise actually functions should make it clear that this variance should be granted. Family Promise should continue to be able to serve the Hunterdon community as it has done for over 30 years.